morning.
Today I am so excited because we're spending the morning with one of my favourite makeup artists, beauty tastemaker, perennial French cool girl, and founder of Violette FR, Violette Serrat.
Good morning.
Hi.
So nice to see you.
Yes.
Congratulations on the space.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
It's insane. It's a dream come true. Everything is incredible. The light, the corner, like the space we were able to express the brand. A dream come true.
Today, I know first and foremost, you're going to be training the staff with the new blush, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
Have they seen it yet?
No, my team, yes, but
Okay.
not the whole floor. So it's a good opportunity to show everyone.
Fab. So we're going to be looking at the training, talking with the wider staff, meeting with some friends, having some lunch.
And then I do my meet and greet.
And then during it all, I'm going to
be.
be picking your brains on all
Yes,
things beauty,
please do.
fashion
I'm here for
style.
this.
Great.
Let's do this. I'm going to show you Plume Blush, but I want to show you the difference between the two and explain to you the reason of being, because that might be a bit difficult to understand how you advise. So Bisou Blush is for a person that really wants something super natural and easy in the bag to carry, do it on the go without even looking at themselves. Plume Blush is the opposite. Plume Blush is more if you want a little bit more of a presence, like a bit more of a makeup finish feel. It's gonna sit on the skin. You see the difference? This is really my own flush. This is a blush powder. So I took the best of cream, the best of powder, and I made one product. Well, that's it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Violette.
Thank you.
What pushed you to launch the brand initially? Why did you go independent?
When I started my makeup journey, I couldn't afford to buy makeup products. When I decided to build my kit to become a makeup artist on set, I was like, my God, it's so expensive. How do I do? But my training in art was to have raw materials like pigments and create my own medium. I went to MAC and I saw they have all the pigment and mixed medium. I was like, okay, this I know. So I had like this mad lab in my kit and I was creating my own products on set. I'm making molten eyeshadows and velvety lipstick. How come nothing like this on the market is commercialized? So I did makeup artist on set, fashion for so long, and then at the same time I started to be, a Dior designer, and I did consulting for them, and then I did all these other brands. I did Sephora as well for their own brand, and I kept those notebooks for years, and I was having ideas and sketches and stuff like that. Sat down for 3 days and I did an 86-page brand book that we call the OG brand book. We haven't touched since I did that, with packaging, campaign style, products, like everything in it. And we always go back to it because that's really the essence without any influence of the world or the business. So that's really our Bible. And then I launched the brand.
Since we're in Liberty, we are rubbing shoulders with some of the greatest brands.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know which your favorites are,
Yes.
what you're wearing, what you're putting on your skin, what you're spraying.
Okay, we're gonna start with fragrance because it's right here.
Yes.
My favorite brand is d'Orsay. It's a French brand.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if it's here. Yes, it's this one. Do you wanna discover it?
Oh, it's smoky.
It's very smoky. It's genderless,
unisex, right?
completely.
Very
Yeah.
unisex, yeah.
Yeah. Love, 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 love. Logique Recherche is kind of like super iconic brand for French people.
Yes.
This is where I'm gonna go do my facial. I love, love, love their milk. The milk remover is the best.
Stunning. And would you say, what's the difference between French girl skincare and maybe what they're doing in New York or here in London?
I don't know too much about London. I know that New York, maybe they do a lot of very active ingredients. In French, it's more minimalist, and we focus more on the skin health, maybe with one active that's a little bit stronger for skin renewal, but very minimalist, very soothing.
Yeah, I remember one of your first products that you launched was your Bum Bum Milk.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Thank you.
And so soothing and cushioning for the skin.
Yes, I use lavender gloss.
Yeah.
For me and my kids. I have very thin hair.
And your
they
kids?
get tangled.
Oh my God, lucky them.
Yeah, they have the little one, so cute. When you have very thin hair, if you brush with a certain brush, you can make your hair super electric, or tangle it because it's very thin hair. So detangling in too harsh way.
Yeah.
So very good. And I love that they have different type of brushes depending on your needs.
We need to talk about the fringe. the bangs. They're like your signature look.
Yeah.
You always have them.
I didn't like on and off. Like I know how I want my bangs to fall. I'm the only one who knows how to blow dry it.
You have to do it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the same.
A thickening spray, and I put it like right here a little bit, and then I pinch. I would have done it if I had a mirror, but there's no mirror.
And are you sometimes washing your bangs separately to your hair?
No, I wash everything every other day. I just wash everything. Oh, this brand I love.
Oh, I didn't know this brand.
Yeah, it's very good. I use it for my kids as well. So I don't use conditioner anymore since I found this hair milk called from Rose as a leave-in conditioner, and it's absolutely beautiful. Hair milk from Rose, so good. And then otherwise I use shampoos here for my kids. I use it all the time. Love, love, love this brand.
So part of your allure to everyone is not just your makeup and your beautiful brand, but your fashion and the French girl, cool girl style. Talk to me firstly about what you're wearing today, where it's all from.
I cut all the labels of my clothes because I cannot stand it.
Oh, it's like a sensory overload.
Yes, exactly. So these are like cashmere sweaters. I put t-shirts. I put 2 of them together.
Gorgeous.
These blue glasses, I don't even know where that's from. This is new though. I just bought it from Jill Sander, which is a brand I really love. And then
we've got Jill Sander right
Jill Sander right here. I love also Victoria Beckham.
Yeah.
Love, love, love. I think she's very good for cuts, and that's a French thing. Super picky about the cuts and the type of fabric. I love in her brand that there's always something that has a little bit of a cool cut in her clothes. So love this brand. Isabelle Marant, I always find pieces, especially in the summer, that I'm going to wear for sure. And I love Blase Milano. They have great blazer, but I'm more into an oversized blazer type right now, Frankie shop. So I always, when I'm here, buy dresses for my girls.
Oh, cute!
And it's right across. I love, love, love. So I love the cardigans.
It's very British.
I love it. I love it. My youngest is like, she likes the proper little dress like this. But then the oldest one, she wants to be a bit more edgy, I guess.
Okay, so she's in the Jill Sander.
Yeah, baby, yes.
Bye.
And also we have this ritual with my team that every time, because we have lots of women in the office, every time there's a new pregnancy, I come here and I get the little Liberty baby like box for the newborn.
I've been a fan 5 years now. Is it the brand's been around?
Yes. So I launched with actually Bomo Milk, Petal Bouche, Yeux Paint,
and Petal Bouche.
and
Was
Franche
the
Pas.
original one the one that was based on the rose?
Oh yes, Petal
I remember
Bouche.
this so clearly.
This one.
Yeah.
Another time, my dream was to be Lara Croft. I wanted to be.
That's like the last thing I expected you to
I
say.
mean, she's still my icon. And,
No way.
and yes, I even used to play
the video game.
the video game,
Oh my
like
God.
really obsessed. I wanted to become an archaeologist and have this castle and travel the world
It's
and
not
be a
too late.
badass.
You can still do it.
I did 54 rounds to develop that shade. It was the second liquid lipstick on the market that was vegan, because you usually use carmine for this amazing red. So
Yes,
it was
for those who
really
don't know, carmine, which is in a lot of lipsticks, is made from crushed up beetles.
it's insect,
Yeah.
My brand is totally vegan and cruelty free, so there was no way I was going to do this. So it was a huge innovation. And the other innovation was I wanted something as matte as a rose petal, and also with the depth of the black rose and the brightness of the red tone to it, which is extremely hard to do.
Layers there,
Yes, and also the magic of this product is that when you layer it, it becomes darker. Usually that doesn't happen. So it's incredibly special product to me. So happy when we launched. It's still one of my favorite
And it
products.
hasn't changed since launch day.
No. Plume Blush that's launching today.
Yes.
So we have these 5 shades. It's like a Play-Doh-like texture.
I love
It's very bouncy, and that's why I like Play-Doh. Everything moves with you. So I created this brush. You stamp the formula on your cheek, because if you move it this way, like Play-Doh, you're gonna move the formula as well. It's really made for airbrushed effect. Like it kind of sits on the skin with this really cream to powder, but it really looks like powder, but it lasts all day. So incredible. Well, you see Bisou Blush is much more coming from within, super natural. This is a bit more of a done look. My products have from 3 to 6 years of development.
You must have the patience of a saint.
But in a way, I don't, because I really don't actually have patience. So I wanted to have like this alcove kind of like gondola where I can expose my real cabinet of curiosity. So all the items you see I mean, we have footage of me actually installing it with my husband.
And this is kind of touching on your Lara Croft-ness as well.
Right, yeah, in a way, you're right.
Yeah. What do you always keep in your bag?
I have two phones
One
when I
work, one
travel
play.
because I use this one to shoot stuff.
I love that is almost the exact colour
It's
of your
almost
pantone.
the blue of my brand. And then I don't know, like I have like, see, Bon Amour, my creatine I have to take at some point.
Oh, creatine tablets.
Yeah, because I cannot stand the flavor, and I know many people say it doesn't taste anything, but when you have like me, I cannot eat parsley or cilantro. And then the other family member of that kind of like enzyme issue is creatine.
No way.
So for me, it tastes horrible.
Oh my God, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to go and get some food.
Okay, yeah.
Where do you stay when you come to London?
Yeah.
What's your favourite neighbourhoods?
I mean, I'm sad. I don't really actually know London that much because when I'm here, I just work I'm up at 5 a.m. here, and like I stop working around 10:30. Like it's very, very big days because I have to catch up with New York.
Okay, yeah.
My favorite is to stay at one of my best friends that I'm gonna go meet now for lunch. An opportunity for me to spend some time with her. The few hours we cross each other.
So you've only ever lived in Paris and New York, is that right?
Yes.
And what do you miss most about Paris?
I mean, the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's just, the culture is very different. I think New York has such a space and it's very about performance, and in Paris is about leisure and being happy, and so people in Paris will sit down, have lunch. It's just a different lifestyle.
Yeah. How do you two know each other?
So I think more because this is when I signed my contract with Dior. It was my first shoot. And so I asked Melanie, which is our other best friend, to do the styling, and you were working with her at the time. So I was 26, I'm 42, so long time.
On the fashion side of things?
Yes, I have my fashion brand called Skin Paris, so I started doing like leather, that is byproduct, and then
I've
all of
seen
the
this,
sustainable
yeah.
fabric like cashmere and silk and cotton.
Wow. And have you always worked in fashion?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because even when you were in model.
For 20 years,
Wow, okay.
I was in New York and then worked at French Vogue, and then I moved here, and then I keep working as a stylist for celebrity, and then I found in my brand.
Is this one of your jackets?
Yes.
It's stunning.
Yeah, Caroline has such a good style.
And where are you stopped?
Harvey Nichols exclusively, and in Ibiza, in New York, in Paris also.
When you're together, do you normally speak French?
Yes.
Always.
Always. I was asking Violette, when you go to New York, where's your favourite places to hang out together?
You take me to St. Ambrose, I remember in the beginning.
Yes,
It was
because
nice.
St. Ambrose feels a bit like French food, even though it's not really.
There is this place also chez Margot where my stepdaughter
yeah.
is mixing because she's a DJ.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of like a mixture of like Coast and Chiltern Firehouse, so it's got a vibe for for
taking
people who
notes.
wants to have like a little.
Okay, next time I need to come.
Yeah, just
I never
to
go
have a
out.
little-
You're in Notting Hill in London?
Yeah, I mean.
Where's your
Notting
favourite
Hill.
places to eat? I feel like the restaurant scene there is getting better and better.
Oh yeah, I like to go to Strikers.
Yeah.
The food is good. I like to stay home though.
Yeah.
Very like a
Which is my
home
favorite
person.
place. We stay home.
But yeah, we love to stay home and cook and.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I go out, I like these small restaurants, like
Yeah, like neighbourhood restaurants.
neighborhood restaurants.
And you're obviously travelling a lot with the brand, and I'm assuming you're travelling a lot with yours too. How do you find the juggle with kids and work and balance?
I've decided it's a choice to have my studio in my house. So I'm there, when my kids come back home, so I can see them. So I really spend quality time with them.
Yeah.
Even though I'm working all day.
You did a good job at being there for them and, like you said, making them feel independent. I realize, like, sometimes I complain about it, like the night routine. I feel like it's a tunnel of like negotiating to go to bath, negotiating to get out of the bath, negotiating to get dressed, negotiating
Everything's
to brush,
a negotiation.
everything. It's a big topic this week we had, Caroline and I, is on how do we manage it all, because right now you're doing so much. So it's a struggle, and the mom guilt is real. I mean, for me, it's a disease. So like I was saying, like even though I complain about the night routine tunnel, I realize if I do it for myself too.
Yeah.
If I don't do it, I miss it. I think it's a very grounding moment. And it's like when your kids are in bed, you're like, oh, thank God. And then you're like, why do I take your phone and look at pictures of them? Like, what's wrong with that?
Okay, we're on a tight schedule. I know you need to be back at the campus.
Yes.
And let's get some food in.
that's the makeup I'm looking for, not like all this heavy cakey, like which is like all the thing.
You're a woman in demand now. You've been inundated, so we're going to leave you to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun to have you around.
Congratulations on the launch.
Thank you so
And
much.
We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.